And we're back. Hello guys, welcome back to another stream. Bentar. Nih, gue mesti nge-mute audio di background. Nih, audio background kenceng banget. Welcome back to another stream. Di sini ya udah lama ya gue nggak on, sekitar 2 mingguan. Ya biasalah, ada urusan sana sini gitu. Halo Hunter. Halo Baim. Ada Baim. Saya ngechat dari kapan nih, ini bocah. Oke, di sini gue bakal oh ya, sebelum ini gue pengen ucapin Happy Holidays dan Selamat Natal buat yang merayakan. Buat yang merayakan tidak selamat. Enggak. Ya selamat Natal bagi yang merayakan. Hopefully you all enjoying the holidays. And yeah, that's it. Di sini gue mau nyobain game namanya Not for Broadcast. Bentar, gue pengen nge-mute ini audio kenceng banget. Bentar ya. Wait. Nah, bentar. Nah, di sini gue pengen nyobain game namanya Not for Broadcast. Jadi sebenarnya game ini tuh lebih ke simulator jadi produser TV. Tahu nggak sih kalian yang kayak di TV itu, yang kalian lihat di TV itu tuh sebenarnya ada yang nyeting. Nah ini nih, kita tuh simulator jadi orang yang nyeting TV itu. Dan ini tuh lebih deep dari itu, game itu harusnya, katanya. Dan game ini juga bakal banyak kata-kata yang tidak family friendly dan mengandung dark humor. Jadi so brace yourself. Baik, oke, mantap. Saatnya gue unmute.
What a wild ride this has been.
Jadi selama ini hidup gue disetting bukan bener. Apa yang lu lihat di TV itu tuh apa yang lu lihat di TV itu hasil settingan media. Nggak semua yang lu lihat di TV itu sebenarnya begitu. Ini DLC tapi DLC nggak gua mainin dulu. Audio aman kan ya, audio? Okay. Nanti pas kita main mungkin kalian paham. Bushmaster.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Kita roleplay sedikit guys. Kita mencoba mendalami peran sedikit. Ntar gue, nah gini aja, palanya aja nongol. Gue niat tadi mau streaming ini jam 4. Cuman ada yang something happen, terus jadi jam 7:15. Terus gue ketiduran.
Hi David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. Alright mate, Dave here. Listen, I know
Hello,
you've
Dave.
come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're gonna have to run the news tonight. Now don't worry, it's not hard and I'm gonna stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down.
Oke.
Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left.
Actually, gue kan pakai OBS nih. OBS gue sebenarnya settingannya kayak gini juga. Yang satu tuh yang gue lihat, yang satu lagi layar yang kalian lihat. Ada apa sih, master screen, ada live screen gitu. Jadi mirip-mirip.
I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again. You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long
Nih,
now.
kalau kalian perhatiin, ini kayak Hunter nih, saya kalau lu perhatiin nih, sebenarnya lucu. Apa yang terjadi di sini nih, nanti kalian bisa lihat. Pinjam satu. Oh, Wani Piro.
You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the
Oke,
right.
kita bisa milih iklan apa aja yang pengen kita load per segmen. Jadi kita kayak dapat 3 segmen gitu. Nah, pertama iklan salad. Gue nggak tahu iklannya apa, tapi yang gue tahu ini salad. Sisanya gue nggak tahu. Alan James, Crazy Neil.
Right, quick as you can. Select screen
You
one.
know, seafood makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day, you offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. It's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
Ini tahun 80-an.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good. Next thing is going to be to throw the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
It's
all gravy.
Totally independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated.
Di sini hujan,
And,
guys.
of course, we'll be going
Dingin
live
banget,
to
pantas.
advance headquarters to hear what the leaders
Kayak
of this
dia.
fledgling party have to say on their historic
Right, button
That's
2
all coming up on
in
tonight.
3,
National
2,
Nightly News.
1, now. Lovely, mate.
Gila. Serasa
Next
produser
thing
gak
is
sih?
to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes. Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now. Lovely, mate.
But first, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that
Okay.
slider that's flashing or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe
Ya,
lack of
sekarang nyoba
actual
kerjaan
policies
baru.
and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to a vast
Secara
overwhelming
lore-nya di
but
sini
have
kita
yet
tuh
to
cuman
reveal publicly.
tukang bersih-bersih loh, terus kita disuruh kerja
Former Home
beginian.
Secretary
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into
Blunderclatch.
it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
To hear the co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late. I thought I'd ask him about the election.
Ini nggak dapat gaji lebih cuy, kita tuh kerja rodi.
That's the same policy we use with
Si
you.
Dave ini nih yang ditelepon ini nih.
That's all right, he doesn't remember
Ini
anything.
apa? Kita tuh ditinggalin kerjaannya dia itu. Kita nggak dapat bayaran lebih.
Build your collection week by week, and very soon.
Wicked. We made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb.
These aren't my
1.
cards. Please.
Try and keep the shot on whoever whoever is doing the talking.
Coba nih, mereka lagi ada.
Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot.
Ini kelihatan nih di kamera ini mereka lagi apa? Siap-siap.
Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine.
Lagi berantem nih orang
It's
nih.
not as
Kenapa nih?
complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen one selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Ini orang kenapa berantem ini?
Your crunchy cube.
Thank you so much.
Carby best.
10 seconds, everybody.
This exclusive offer is available for a limited time.
Going in 5,
Sangat banget, gue gak suka banget sama ini orang
3.
belagu banget. Ini orang di kamera 3 nih.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first
Get
off,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to
Right,
the
go to
shop-
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his
Joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you.
Perasaan tadi lu marah-marah bang, kok sekarang jadi kayak halus gitu.
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's
Your
talking.
latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him
Thunder
on several
Twat.
movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man.
Rockman.
You'll remember that was the
Brock
true
Rockman.
story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others.
Ceweknya mukanya gak slow.
For freedom.
Ceweknya mukanya kayak
I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire.
Ceweknya mukanya kayak bosan banget kayak.
But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But
Been on that show a bit long.
I've always
Bukan,
been
bukan
quite
kerja nggak niat.
prepared
Ini
when it
si
comes to
ceweknya nih
politics.
juga malas ngomong sama dia gitu.
One should always
Kelihatan dari gerakan badannya gitu.
try to not fuck things up.
Shit, he's...
Hey.
Oh, well, don't worry.
Hey,
it
hey,
won't do
hey,
it
hey,
again.
I said fuck.
Hey, 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 hey,
Okay,
hey.
don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week
Right,
around
I've
the
swapped
country.
the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Cool, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more
Blunderclatch
interference
ngamuk-ngamuk
coming.
dia.
It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit it by dragging right.
You think I don't know?
Ini masih tutorial guys, jadi
Now we're
kayak
gonna squash the frequency back
masih
by
banyak
dragging
di
left.
banyak didikte sama orangnya. Tapi abis ini harusnya tutorialnya udah selesai.
Miss Flanagan.
Jubbly, mate.
For you, baby.
Next, we're gonna change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards, mate. Upwards.
But I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, she said.
you need to see this.
No, don't you?
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
The virus. The sterility. This formula. This is the key.
It's stopping.
Yes.
Bloody perfect, mate.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Trailer filmnya ini juga keren juga, efek-efek.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, is about 2 seconds behind the master screen, here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the spacebar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts.
Okay.
It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of
Okay,
course, if you do
gampang,
it by
gampang,
eye,
gampang.
you'll have to
Easy
take
enough.
your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
And now I'm bringing my message directly to you.
Kita sambil lihat
My
iklan.
new nationwide tour, Alan James is right.
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Running the country. Seriously?
Had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Oh, ini ada segmen ini apa? Segmen apa sih?
Welcome back.
Interview
I'm
calon
told we
presiden
can
atau
now
apa
go
gitu.
live to advance headquarters, where the 2 leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleep.
Go for it, Pat.
Dia mabuk anjir.
Thank you all for coming.
Bro, lu kok boleh mabuk di TV
Where
anjir?
do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against
Hey.
us. You, the people, you saw right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the
Iklannya nggak boleh ditabrak, nanti kita
Sorry about that. I've had
kehilangan
a
apa?
celebratory pint.
Kehilangan sponsor.
Coarser than the ground is funny.
memorably put.
Nailed it.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day 1 of a new future. A better, fairer future.
Ini kayak
So
apa sih?
perhaps we should all
Iklan
celebrate.
iklan apa sih?
Except for the rich. For
Kayak
them, the
video-video
party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating.
pilpres pada umumnya
They
begini
should
nih.
be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used
Enak
our
bener, Pak.
executive
Minum
powers
terus.
to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of, probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So, all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier
Lu teh
today,
kasar banget.
we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine.
Itu lihat kamera satu itu dia lagi nuang air itu. Coba gue kasih lihat.
You're gonna pay.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a to properly fund health and education.
Dia lagi minum. Gue tampilin mukanya anjir.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to surf and drink in their private clubs, the people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been, in the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again, just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language.
Gue masih lucu tadi apa?
That bleeped out for you in time.
Dia lagi apa? Lagi ngejelasin, dia lagi minum terus mukanya muncul.
So, as the country
Nanti lihat replaynya. Kalau nggak salah ada replaynya deh.
from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
No, job yours.
Is this
What?
some weird fever dream? Am I dying now or something?
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
You're not coming for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
When the program's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages.
Pas
This first page
pas yang tadi
shows
tuh
you
yang
all the broadcasts
yang ada orang mabuk itu sequence D ya.
and an overall grade. Remember,
Tapi nggak apa.
grades
Seenggaknya
mean
yang lainnya
bonuses
bagus
and
A
they
dan
keep
A+.
the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move
Bentar,
to the next
bisa
page.
gue bisa lihat replay yang tadi nggak sih? Gue pengen lihat.
Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers.
Ya nggak apa, lumayan.
But you don't own any
It's okay,
fucking
it's okay.
shares, you're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care? This is the last page and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom
Oh,
there,
Channel
this
1 loves
one's
me.
important, tells you what
Halo,
Channel
Dava.
1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks.
The boss things.
Alright, mate. Welcome
Oh
to
ini
the
di sini
archive. This
gue lihat di
week,
YouTube.
we'll
Di sini
have a
replaynya.
look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections.
Gue pengen lihat
Broadcast,
apa replay
rushes,
yang
and
tadi tuh yang
adverts.
terakhir.
Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use
Iya,
the
kita
rewind
janitor
and
naik
fast
pangkat,
forward
keren
at the
nggak?
bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Gila, kita janitor naik pangkat.
In a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on
Gue
Channel
bikin
1.
konten tulisan Jakarta Patlan
At
pakai
7
Desmos.
o'clock,
Oh,
it's
itu
the
Desmos.
semi-final of the quotation.
Udah, kita skip ke depan. Gue pengen lihat segmen yang apa yang Pilpres. Halo Mario, welcome back. Welcome back. Ini yang bagian apa? Thunder Twat. Thunder Twat. Bla 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 bla. Ah. Oh, ini iklan. Ini kita tuh main simulator jadi produser TV. Di mana? Bentar gue pause. di sini itu kita jadi produser TV. Jadi kayak kita yang ngatur apa yang ditampilin di kamera, nyensor gitu-gitu. Lucu sih gamenya.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go
Nah,
live
nih,
to
di sini.
Advanced Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Ini hasil editan gue tadi nih.
Shall I start?
Go for it, Pat.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day!
They said we couldn't do it.
They certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying trick they had against us, but you, the people, you saw right through the.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a.
Nah, mana tadi ya yang pas gue nampilin mukanya ya? Ada gue nampilin muka presenternya tadi. Aneh.
That you threatened before.
Advance are going to turn.
You're gonna
Ini
pay.
di sini.
Advance are going to turn this country from.
Gak random banget tiba-tiba apa, muncul shot apa?
You're gonna pay.
Shot 3 orang.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation.
Udah itu doang, gue pengen lihat itu doang.
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those. Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show
Oh, ini nampilin apa 4 kamera yang tadi itu. Karena kita kan sebenarnya nggak dengar audio dari 4 kamera ini ya. Cuman kalau mau replay di sini bisa. Cuman gue nggak usah replay. Kayak kelamaan.
when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Continue. Day 3. An unexpected form. You arrive home to find a post on the map. Was being nothing more than your usual young male. One letter however catches your eye. The teams want to know you. Ini game bisa tamat gak bang? Bisa. Ini story sebenarnya. Ini game story. Jadi game ini tuh lebih ke dark humor. Ya lawak sih sebenarnya, game lawak ini. Tapi agak dark gitu gamenya. Intinya kita dapat form, ada nama keluarga kita. Oh, ini kuesioner. Ketika memulai pekerjaan baru, kamu akan friendly dan memperkenalkan diri ke teman-teman kerja yang baru. Ya betul. Kolega di departemen yang berbeda mau membawa pulang informasi rahasia. Apa yang kamu lakukan? Rekomendasikan untuk melaporkan ini ke atasan. Nah, sini dikit audionya di sini. Gua nggak tahu ini pilihan ini ngaruh ke game apa story-nya atau enggak ya, tapi gue coba milih pilih yang sesuai pilihan gue gitu. Live for fun time. Ini nggak horor sebenarnya, tapi horornya ya agak horor dikit. Tapi horornya bukan pas tadi, horornya pas di sini biasanya nih. Jadi kayak apapun yang kita lakuin di studio tadi mempengaruhi di sini. In your spare time, you like to relax alone. Nah, your ideal holiday getaway, surrounded by natural beauty. It is most important that the government keeps people safe. Okay. It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just drying up your favorite coffee cup. Okay. Oh, kita kedatangan saudara kita, Chris. Sorry mampir malam-malam Alex. Tapi gue butuh bantuan nih dan cuman lu yang bisa gue minta. Nah, katanya nggak apa-apa. Ada apa? Oh, dia ngebahas ini. Tadi pas di segmen terakhir itu ada ngebahas kalau yang orang-orang kaya itu paspornya dimatiin biar mereka nggak bisa naruh duit di luar negeri. Oke. That's awful, but how can I help? Mereka kan mengambil semuanya, Alex. Semua yang sudah aku bangun. I need to borrow your passport. No. My passport, why? Enggak, gue nggak mau ngasih passport gue ke dia. Surely there's another way. It can't be that serious. It's against the law. I can't help you with this. No, enak aja kita ngasih password kita. Gak boleh. Petir kenceng banget, guys.
Let's get set up and get on with it, so I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on.
Ini kayak ngingetin gue sama Five Nights at Freddy gitu. Game ini. Oh.
Right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't
Should we play? Is this toy safe? Oh. Mr. Snugglehugs. Namanya lucu. Crazy, bukan. Ini udah kita setel. Advanced Go-Getters. Apa tadi namanya? Juice the Chocon. Namanya lucu.
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These two buttons at the bottom of the vision mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them, and they'll help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches zero. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
and we're off.
Okay.
Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4,
All that,
3.
It's time to go over to Jeremy Donaldson for tonight's national.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly...
Oh, kita bisa nampilin
Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future
yang sebelah kiri dah.
with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the country's wealth creators in a state of panic and unfavourable rumblings already heard from overseas, I'll be asking my guests whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction of their manifesto promises. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who...
Jadi kita bisa nampilin antara dia tuh, dia tuh anak pintar gitu dari perguruan tinggi, atau dia tuh tukang judi. Itu yang media kekuatan media itu tuh. Nice team.
The markets have responded favorably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehouse. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash, intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid
antara nampilin dia kerjasama tuh dia berantem. Kita ada di ini, ada DLC apa horor. Jadi kita kayak nampilin film horor di sini ada nanti.
This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this.
Gak ada di luar negeri ya film azab ya.
In a joint statement,
Kalau ada kan,
kalau
ada pada tobat semuanya.
The pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together, like we always have." Playing the field, rumors abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest.
Itu kenapa anjir? Ada dia
While out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very program. And judging from the angle and velocity of that display, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit too much. I certainly wouldn't
Semburan naga bonar.
And Griever's bodily charm, with Advance promising a radical new position on crime. How afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more people saying they're scared to walk the streets alone at night, could this be exactly the right time for Advance's new approach? All that and mega more for the group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Wih, keren gila transisinya. Ada interupsi guys, bentar. Oh, ini Alan James yang di iklan.
Government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free
Alan
Man's
James
Guide
is
to
Right.
Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't.
Iya detail banget ya, keren.
I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is Right, Jeremy. We're to become the great
Itu cover buku isi muka dia dong, Alan James is Right.
That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is
shamelessly self-promoting. Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, who will be laughing then?
Hypno-brainwashing? What?
Sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier.
Malu mikir gak sih kenapa orang di game ini bisa masuk TV game? Karena mereka dibayar.
What this young lady doesn't understand,
Oh,
Jeremy, is that
bahasanya,
these are
bro.
the same people. Maybe
Bahasanya,
they've
bro.
rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenstein.
Ya jualan aja bro, jualan aja buku lo, terus jualan terus.
Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on...
Alan James ini kayak orang yang apa tuh, yang percaya konspirasi teori gitu.
Is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
Yeah.
I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid?
Oh, ini Mr. Snugglehooks.
Fuck up, Alan. I've never heard
Whoa.
so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately, I can't understand it for you.
Well, I don't know
Kita
what
lihat
you meant
dua orang dewasa berantem, sementara iklan di sebelahnya itu tentang boneka.
How's it going? Actually, fuck it, I don't care. I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later, bye.
You don't want to be left out.
I'm just saying I'll do what I can.
Oh shit, you will. She's good. You know she is.
I've said a bit of word in, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody. His little jakey's going to the big bird country with waters.
If that sticks, I'll destroy you.
5, 4,
Oke, kita live.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking
Oh, ini interview,
dive into the
remote
state of
interview.
law and order in our country. Advance have already
Whoa.
tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy.
Eh?
There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers.
Apa itu istrinya? Oh.
We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
Dia lagi interview, dia ngajakin cerai.
Just hang on. The problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just
Bro, urusin istri lu, bro, dia mau cerai lu.
Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No.
Wow.
The affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
Bang, kalau salah mencet, nanti gue iseng.
Legislation to relieve the
Sebetulnya terserah gue mau mencet yang mana, cuman biar keren aja dulu gitu.
To tell my husband I'm leaving him.
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different...
Believe you, Helen.
Waduh, lagi berantem.
I would have expected this from you.
Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do.
Lagi berantem.
I'm sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, a bloody gimp's escaped. Delia? Delia, could you give me a little help?
Bro, what the hell?
As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy.
Apa ini? Ini apa?
In your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Back you go. Back in your gimp space.
And
Off you go.
who's responsible?
Reaksi reporternya.
Certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy.
Clive,
Duh, gue kira dia pakai celana panjang.
Mummy, get back in your gimp space.
Gue kira dia pakai celana panjang. Dia tuh pakai
moral decay.
celana pendek banget.
Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a
Lihat
side
mukanya.
story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3
Tony
years
Dawson.
for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a swan. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else
Titwank.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalization.
Ya absurd ini anjir. Channel apa ini?
Titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Sopen!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
Vampire Chris. Vampire Chan.
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
One sec, love. Tony
What?
on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. Just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
Sopen!
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this guy?
Sopen!
You are joking. Chrissy Freebollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh? Not now, fellas. I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I
Ini
can't
apa lagi
really,
ada party
mate. Getting
dia?
a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal
No
there, Tony.
fucking way. Let's believe that.
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony?
Wow.
2 seconds. How does this happen, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to
Ternyata si Tony lagi ulang tahun.
of the serious
Ramai banget.
complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody.
Iklan dulu.
That went well.
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a
Dia
bit
nyewa
of
stripper
music.
anjir.
If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the
Random
vision
banget.
mixer.
Ya gue lucuin tadi sih yang Pak Botak yang polisi itu.
Don't worry if you don't know, you won't get punished for nothing. Just
Dia
try and
berdiri
stay in
celana
the
pendek
groove.
banget.
Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God. I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
With the Go-Getters, you can be sure that your children will be well equipped in the march towards progress. After all, there's nothing better than
10 seconds, everybody.
the advanced
We're
Go-Getters.
gonna open on Megan.
Forward.
Camera 2. Going in 5, 4,
Oke, kita live.
3.
Welcome's Black, I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey,
Kenapa agak melambai nih cowok yang satu ini?
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle. I just think that when we travel around all these problems,
Mukanya kayak,
they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
we just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes,
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter
Oh,
from
my live
Dad's
action.
arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Kita nonton live action dulu.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner. What's around the corner? What's around
Ini
the
apa?
corner? What's around the corner?
Ini apa, anjir?
Hi, Gary. Oh, heavens, no! It's Gary the Fist!
Apa gunanya konser sih?
Fist!
Aduh.
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some
Gue nggak ngerti ini apa, anjir.
all morning, but will this make me feel better?
Ini kayak pentas seni gitu.
Violent father. Violent father.
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right.
Oi.
Maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why I'm only truly happy when I'm eating.
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right. Who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my 2 new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team.
Yeah.
And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all 3 of you. And I don't have any friends of my own.
Apa ini?
Take a look at me. Take a little look.
Oh, ada musical.
at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel lads. I'm a mother-loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist. But that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner, he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my
Ini apa? Gue cringe. Iya, maksudnya lagunya enak tapi gue kayak cringe gitu. Ada tentang KDRT ceritanya. Tuh, hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lu lihat kamera 3.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a
Itu
different
di kamera 3 dia kayak muak banget.
Yes!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Edward.
What's the
Lupa gue, iklan harusnya tadi.
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14
Iklannya telat, lupa gue.
but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
Nice. Lagunya enak tuh, kan grade A kan bagus tuh. Lagunya enak cuma kayak gimana gitu. Gue lucu muka presenternya kayak dia udah capek buat sama semuanya. Kayak udahlah. Day 15. Oh, si Chris dia ini ditendang dari apa? Ditendang dari tempat tinggalnya karena nggak bisa bayar cicilan. He's not allowed this late. Jauh banget. Day 48. A tight Christmas. Oh ya, Merry Christmas. Christmas is usually such a nice time of year. You're having a nice Christmas, Grandma? Terus kayaknya yang bagian beginian gue agak skip aja karena apa, banyak bacanya. Merry fucking Christmas. You're living through the pile of accumulated posts. Okay. Oh, kita dapat duit. Bang, lu di situ hujan nggak? Gue hujan jadi susah dengar. Iya, di sini hujan. Duduknya gede banget. Ini karena mic-nya gua ini aja apa? Gue kasih anti noise jadi nggak berisik. Di sini hujan gede. Di sini musim hujan sih harusnya, tapi panas banget. Disuruh kerja di weekend. No. Why do we have to work on weekends? Permission slip. Mana ininya, gue pengen ngatur apa, pengen ngatur kamera lagi nih, kebanyakan teks. Kita tadi dari day 15, sekarang day 110. Inform you, Advance government has taken another step forward in our fight for equality. Okay. Every household will become a partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent high performance and financial security. Gue nggak tahu ini apa, gue pilih aja. Musiknya kadang-kadang kenceng banget ya, gue kecilin dikit lah. Nanti pas udah masuk ke broadcast room gue gedein lagi suaranya. Kayak kenceng banget gitu musiknya. Oh, anak kita ketangkep karena dia ini apa, nyoret-nyoret tembok. Dia biasanya main apa bang kalau gabut? Gue biasanya main ada game FPS namanya The Finals. Gue main gituan. Gamenya seru sebenarnya. Dia tuh kayak apa ya? Dia kayak PUBG, tapi bukan PUBG. Seru itu, kayak lu bisa ngancurin semua yang ada di map itu gitu. Mungkin nanti abis ini gue coba main itu. Karena itu gamenya fun. Gamenya fun. Paling kalau nggak main itu gue main Dota. Cuman gue kalau main Dota tuh selalu apa ya, capek secara mental, kayak main Mobile Legend. Karena kadang-kadang kita timnya kalah bukan karena kita sebenarnya.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp.
Oh, check power.
God, that weather looks nasty.
Oh, how's it going with Steve?
Why are all men such pricks?
That Wahallo.
Apparently he has a complicated
Check your
relationship
prostate.
with his face.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talked to you.
You're probably just a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborgen-Horgensvoord and David Wong announced
Apa itu
today
nama?
that they're considering two possible options.
With two of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
Spokesman Wentworth Somerset Bentley said today, "They've had the shirts off our backs. They might as well have the rest of it too." And while it's easy to laugh, perhaps we should all just be pondering how desperate the formerly rich are to regain their power.
Fallen angel? Notorious addict Johnny Hansleeve seems to have reached a new low in his battle with booze, as this recent picture reveals.
Johnny's star certainly lacks its former glow these days, with public concern over his mental and physical health growing at an alarming rate.
Let's hope that the team at the Gentle Touches Rehabilitation Centre can help Johnny get back to his former glory. Johnny's family have asked for privacy during this difficult time. We'll have reporters at the clinic around the clock, so you don't miss a thing.
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Rimington's Fist CEO Sophia Rimington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today. Though its critics are
First male contraceptive pill. Pil KB untuk pria anjir.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of
Ada
its
ya,
time,
anjir.
the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception, but others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later,
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Ya. Ada iklan cuy. Iklan apa? Ada animasinya sekarang. Itu promosi pil KB untuk pria. Baru denger gue.
First tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy.
Oh.
Tonight, he talks to us.
Ini karena kita ngiklanin ini nih, apa? Kita ngiklanin yang Mr. Snugglehugs itu.
Frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy. We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, and now upwards of 8,000 casualties,
8,000.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs.
Oh itu bocah yang di kiri anjir tuh. Dia di apa? Diikat nggak diikat apa sih? Lihat tuh yang sebelah kiri.
We're spending any time with you at all after what you lot did. Irresponsible. I mean, whose idea was this anyway?
It's all right. Wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
And you be careful now, it upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
He smelled like love.
That'll be the fur. It's scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm, like our cat, before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Jolly cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend."
Aww.
But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be, for just $89.99. And then it's the general error. Vaultsie won.
And is that when he burst into flames?
Be careful.
And then he
Iya,
exploded.
nggak masalah gini. Bapaknya kesel sama kita karena kita ngiklanin mainan yang bikin anak itu cacat.
Is now permanently embedded in your cheek.
Yes. When I took him in at night, it
Kita kasih lihat reaksi muka orangnya.
staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic. Do you have nightmares?
Oh, right, that's quite enough of you two coming in here with your camera trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had
normal
your
again?
questions, and now look. Oh, you've made him cry with all 3 of his eyes.
All 3 of his eyes.
Parents will ever really love you again.
Right, that's it. Enough. Come on,
Mr. Tadlock.
Whoa. No. Bro.
So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
I'm bleeding, am I not?
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Rimington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look
Bapaknya
out
loncat
for
anjir ke anaknya.
when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new advanced mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on Camera 3 here. So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it.
Oh, jadi sekarang kalau beli produk harus ada simbol segitiga hitamnya tuh. Itu kayak SNI-nya mereka gitu.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
Ya, iklan.
Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
Enggak, apa lucu aja tadi tuh bapaknya loncat ke anaknya.
Megan.
Yes,
I'm Tommy the Fingernail Harris, sporting
The
legend.
women are coming.
I've got it all.
I'm all right
4
about this
world
walking to
champions,
the head.
2 cars, a bidet, and an enlarged prostate.
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and
Naked
spoil the
protester.
sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
Oh, we will see naked people.
On the bladder. This can cause trouble starting to pee, and it can cause laundry-based trouble between you and your she-demon of an ex-wife. So what caused this big old prostate? In your
Kadang kita
bum?
nonton hal yang gelap.
Well, sorry, me and the doctors, we don't know.
Dan reporternya tuh kayak apa kayak, oh ya tenang Pak, saya masih ada pertanyaan.
And that's okay.
Dan bodo amat apa perasaan bapaknya.
If you're worried about
That's
your
what it says.
bum
Yes, I understand that, but I always say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
Want to see us fry? Good for the ratings.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities and
hujan di luar.
transition
Lihat.
centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own
Oh,
Patrick
kita lagi
Bannon,
ini,
who's
apa,
reporting live from the
meliput
finals
acara
of
olahraga.
the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board.
Sports Board.
Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here from the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger
Gua nggak tahu
of 8.
sports board itu apa ya.
Driving band. Striker's known for her signature move, the lanky hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part.
Apa? Ini apa?
Okay. Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time.
Ini olahraga apa ya?
On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy.
Ini olahraga apa?
Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker for shots number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs. Not bad if you ask me. Is there contact?
Gue masih nggak paham ini apa, tapi nggak apa, gue seneng nontonnya.
Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football. Move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends.
Of end.
Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it low.
Apa mereka muter dong? Gue kira tukeran tempat.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streaker on the pitch. Apologise
apa
if you
itu?
broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse.
Wow,
Try and ignore all of that.
Hey, ini nggak boleh ditampilin.
Apologise if we We broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow because it's quite an eyesore. And women's body, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker.
Ada yang telanjang anjir.
No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever.
Oh.
Harris. And was that the fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket.
Apa mereka tidur?
I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, boys said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds.
Gua nggak tahu apa yang terjadi barusan anjir, tapi ya udahlah.
Half-time show. Sponsored by Remington Smith.
On my whistle.
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. Shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite a nice interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around.
Gue nampilin kamera yang mana, semuanya jelek anjir.
Not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses. Ball boy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you.
Apa yang sedang terjadi nih? Gue nggak bisa menjelaskan.
Not bad.
Oh.
So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there.
Okay.
Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around.
Iya, bisa-bisanya ada yang bugil di TV.
God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. Am I right, ladies? Tommy Harris.
Okay.
And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because of course if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
Jadi intinya kalau bolanya masuk ke ember itu kalah. Oke.
And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mud. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, here we go.
Dangerous.
Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is a good idea.
Ceweknya disambit.
Perhaps a little contact, a caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like... I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, there's sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's not much you can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they?
Gue nampilin yang mana? Anjir, semuanya
begitu. Carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Nonsense is going on here. Yes.
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters, absolute wasters. Oh, jog on! It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it?
Bolanya mana?
Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in there at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport. Hold. The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg, and now she's spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on.
Illegal spit.
From striker, but she's in it to win it.
Harris's ball.
On it like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here.
Apa bolanya kagak ada, jadi dia kayak main dengan imajinasi mereka sendiri nih.
And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please.
Oh, kelar. Gue aja nggak tahu ini siapa yang menang.
Of the first annual Sports Board Championship is everyone!
Okay, the ref has agreed once again a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sports Board Championship.
Ya benar, semua orang menang. Nggak jelas anjir.
Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their sixth and seventh respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sports Board Championships. I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I want to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon there had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement.
Yang menang, kita semua menang.
Big announcement you wouldn't want
Kita semua menang, sampai reporternya menang.
After these messages.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Oh, dia kesetrum juga.
Just shocked me.
Tadi kita kesetrum nih pas mencet ini tadi.
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
Now you.
Bushman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Bushman out.
Oh, sekarang ada giniannya. Kalau ini konslet kita nggak bisa tekan.
So good to see you again. Miss Wolf, your star seems to be in the ascendant. It's a great time to be alive.
Bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
That's a firm handshake you've got there.
She's tougher than she looks. Am I here?
Here with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet.
Are carried out efficiently and compassionately.
You'll see, Dad.
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine.
Katanya apa channel lu apa? Kursi lu lembab.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Minister.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
No, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
Oh! Jump scare anjir.
Get to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Itu kayak atasnya bocor deh.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yep, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera
Oh,
there?
sorry, yes, it's camera 4 right there.
When I was 13, me mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the hospital. Me granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. We were all frail and pale. And I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said
Aduh,
to me,
konslet lagi. Gue nggak bisa neken kamera 4.
it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there.
Oh, shit.
He wouldn't even wait till half time.
That sounds...
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't, or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
That choice is important.
Aduh, gue kelewat.
This is a service only for
Ini
people
game
who
yang gue nggak
choose
expect ada jump scare-nya sih.
For people who feel they run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Whoa!
Are you okay?
I don't know, I think it from my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
No, yes, sorry, my apologies.
Dia kesetrum ternyata.
Are you not worried that this new system might be
Bukan
open
kita doang yang kesetrum.
In what way?
Sorry, I've got a sap again. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
The older generation might feel somewhat...
That one was massive. Right, no, this bastard's coming off.
Sorry, the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... with a rusty twat.
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you both so much for being here. Joe.
Makin
Right,
keras dulu.
yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
Iklan.
So they just...
Wah, karakter gue mati anjir.
to be a good thing.
It's my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I thought.
What the fuck? Karakter gue mati. Segmen grade A. You have received your full wages. Bisa ya? Karakternya mati. The lockdown.
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little
apa itu?
bastards. You're going to need full charge to clear that many off.
Oh,
Hold
itu apa?
down the big button until it's fully charged, then release it to zap the little fuckers. Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one.
Ini apa? Banyak bocil.
There's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again. Great. That seems to be the last of them. For now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
We'll be going live to the National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later
Apa ada bocil-bocil?
Credibility, Jenny.
On Channel 1 at 7 o'clock.
No
it's another
professionalism.
episode of What's Wrong with This Picture? And tonight,
It's not a
group
mess.
of television
Everything is where it
executives
should
will
be.
trying to work
It's
out
ramshackle
why
and
this
characterful,
is
and I expect you to know the difference.
That's followed at 8 p.m. by a
Of course, Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks,
Oh, ini apa berita di zaman Covid ini?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Electric Fever Dream, starring Lawrence Blunderclatch as Helen.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
It's the National Weather Report.
5, 4,
Okay, get the live.
3.
It's time to join Jeremy Donaldson for the
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefucks? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snuggleheart's toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we have so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
This frightening new development means that even those previously thought to be relatively safe, like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their ears open for the soft steps of sinister feet.
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in an activity that has become known as snuggle tugging.
Locked and loaded, Shin Calligraphy Johnny Hamsleeves seems to be taking his own unique approach to being locked in.
Since checking into rehab, not much has been heard from the former role model, but this latest photo leaked by another resident today seems to confirm that all might not be well at Gentle Touches.
Poor old Johnny seems to be back to his old ways, taking what looks like to me the electrifying mixture of zap, crackle, fizz and buzz, or as I call it, Thursday.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen-Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorsborgen-Horgens brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Svorsborgen-Wongensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Times 4's Morgan Wongmansford here with another pointless message that no one will ever see. We've been down here so long now, and you never communicate. What's happening up there? Have you all fucked off into space? I'd like to fuck off into space. With ladies. Or just a space with ladies.
Bocil nih.
Harvest time again. Like it is every third Wednesday, but harvest's not what it was.
Itu ini boneka-boneka yang apa? Snuggle Hugs itu.
Open boxes in the rusted wreckage.
Yang bikin anak cacat.
Dad must have missed them when they first got down here all those years ago and totally effed up my life! Kids' toys, apparently. Mr. Snuffle Hugs or something? Helvetica's trying to get them switched on. Apparently there's still life in the batteries even after 30 years. You topsiders are amazing.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long.
Apa sih ini bocil?
But as everyone knows, time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right. As anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of that.
Class war, a worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy, those who managed to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
This programme has received reports of rich relatives on the run actually being filled with helium and released into the stratosphere. If those rich bastards think they're above the rest of us, why not give them a hand in getting there, Jeremy?
Orang diisi pakai helium terus diterbangin.
With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening. In these difficult times, it's important that we all feel united. That we're all in this
Ya, ini yang bikin anak cacat itu.
And for a short time, we must bear significant change. To help myself come to terms with these tough but transitory times, I've written a list of things that are just as temporary as all of this discomfort. I thought it would be helpful to share my list with all of you. Christmas with the in-laws. Your child's school play. Youth. Beauty. That phase you still don't talk about. Your New Year's resolution.
Ini gue mau nonton tapi ganggu banget ini yang manjat-manjat.
Your term in office. Your fleeting lifetime. And all of human endeavour. I hope my relatable list has allowed you to find reassurance. To know that just as these things pass us by, so too will this crisis. Together we will endure, as we always have. Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on. If you were saying...
There's one on the tower, Alex.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Rimington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lywell.
Oh, I like her.
No, you don't. Why do you do that?
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Ini bocil ganggu banget.
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining
Abis
us
ini gue
from
mau
her
nyoba
ranch
yang ini
in
aja, yang
Oxford,
DLC yang
Milwaukee,
apa,
is the CEO of
nampilin
Remington's Fist,
film horor.
internationally respected
Kayaknya seru nih udah malam.
Bengali Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory in what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
The voice seem to attract dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snuggle Hugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Remington's Fist, but especially
Ini orang yang bertanggung jawab atas boneka yang bikin anak cacat tadi nih. Yang cewek ini.
We are deeply, deeply sorry. Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
Kenapa nih kamera 4?
We see you, Sophia Remington. You are preening by a metal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete. I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hangman toy. He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little executioner just wiggle and wave his tiny noose and dance before my eyes. Grandpa sold thousands of them on the side. And he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Remington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson, the passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
We said science! Science! We hear its song on the
Ini orang
breeze,
gila anjir, kenapa
its
sih?
breath on the wind, its fart under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
It won't be my feature she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps.
Snuggle Traps.
Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a Mrs. Snugglehugs in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes. And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is affordable peace of mind.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey, I'm mid-pitch. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next-generation Flardinium batteries. So, however long the enemy lasts, these traps will outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They fear you. And then you're gone.
Huh?
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Are they dangerous, say, to children?
Oh, hell yeah. These are not toys, but they're explosive fun.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the situation across the country.
Ini kalau berita
tonight.
zaman Covid begini ya.
We'll be back. These bandages.
Was that all right?
Oh yes, Doctor, that was exactly what we.
She seems very nice, that young Miss Remington.
I think she'd make an interesting dinner guest.
Do you think so? I think I'd rather spend the evening shoving Delia's sacred crystals up my skeptical arsehole.
More than ever.
Hello, mate. It's Dave. You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back at the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
And the isolation idealists, the healthcare heroes,
abis yang segmen yang ketiga, gue coba ini yang horor.
Exactly, you said it, I've said it.
Temanya pas nih
He must
malam-malam.
know, he's not stupid. I just don't want it getting back to him that it came from us. Hey, no, Jenny. You're not backing out on me now. We're in this together. It's gonna work. We'll get him. I've made the cake. You're on the balloons. I've got no idea how old he is. 17.
Eye of the beholder.
Yeah, ready.
You'll have
Okay,
to go
coming
out
back.
in public eventually.
In 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Roof. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh,
Kenapa buku lu nggak laku, Bang?
Yeah, people are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. Shh. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit!
Well then...
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mr. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate
Bang, lu mau nggak besok main game MOBA kayak ML atau yang lain? Gue pengen main ML, tapi gue harus belajar dulu anjir. Gue terakhir main ML tuh cuma pakai apa tuh? Pakai Minotaur sama Clean doang. Kayaknya besok bisa dah gue main ML.
Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin
Mungkin kalau main ML bisa mabar kali ya.
Or to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great ancient.
Well.
Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested
bisa kita mabar besok.
So the system can
Sore coba.
Is it lucky that the llama lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to consume?
Rank gue tuh cuma yang kuning, apa tuh yang kuning? Master.
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The global alliance of fish people are amassing an army. Amassing an army to kidnap our children.
That's you. That's what you sound like.
I don't sound like that.
Nanti gue bikin schedule-nya. Sore sih yang pasti.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
Itu di kamera 2 enak buat makannya.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James.
Alan, you know what they
Katie
say about
Brightman, thank you
snitches?
for joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Bannon. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. So my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential?
Bang, lo apa kalau bisa Grandmaster? Gue di bawahnya Grandmaster 1. Apa tuh namanya?
And frankly, if you ask
Master.
me, very, very much underpaid.
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy.
Ya gue orangnya. Gue tadinya Grandmaster cuman udah lama nggak main kan, jadi turun.
So I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy. Not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice, and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Enggak lah, kita langsung rengket aja.
Am I on?
Karena hidup seperti Larry. Ya klasik dulu pemanasan.
I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign. It says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh yeah, that is like that's strange. That's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine. I'm not on Bannon Avenue. I'm at home. To be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom technically, but you know, I
lagi boker anjir.
It's you know, it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
Can you hear that sound?
Apa tuh?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks, right.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
You're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit, fucking, listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just to piss off, you little fucking snuggle fucks! I'm too talented to die!
Oh, bonekanya nyampe ke sono.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, God.
Dia ngerangkak.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off. What do you see, Patrick?
No! Oh, itu bonekanya, no.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be hoping to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Your children are out.
Dave here. I've run into a few problems getting back. Although not as bad as yours. It looks like you've got one loose in the studio. Whack it on the head if it gives you any trouble.
Hah?
It's pretty bad here too, mate.
Ada boneka di sini. Mataharinya begini. Matahari jadi kartun.
The life of shame and mockery and eventual death on the streets. So you sent them to fly with us instead.
Gue pengen coba tampilin yang ini.
No, I'm not.
Probably safe.
I'm not going to.
But I guess you never know what's lurking in the water.
Your child.
Pengen coba tampilin ini apa? Kaset yang internal use.
I'm not. No.
Wait.
5, 4,
Kaget anjir ada boneka.
Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win and who will National Nightly lose. Fuck!
National Nightly lose.
So, how do we play? Well, joining me is a man who knows all about playing. It's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah. I think I heard about that, actually, yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy?
Yeah, you called during nap time, so...
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy.
Iya, jadi dark banget ini.
I'm gonna ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about
Lama-lama ini kan game ini kan ya apa happy gitu kan. Lama-lama malah jadi horror gitu.
Chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Thank you. This.
Si boneka makin banyak anjir.
Is that? What is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so...
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Well, what can I say? My name is Angie. Always has been. I'm a human woman, and my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So...
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
Di kamera 1, si Jeremy udah kayak aduh, males banget.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favorite color?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct, the color of my nipples. And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have
Ini kok malah jadi kayak apa sih acara tanya jawab.
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup, and Jodie Carpetburn, among...
Lah, mati dong.
They may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time,
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right. Don't worry.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been working
Iya kayak game terror tapi berkedok game normal yang baik.
children, haven't we?
People still let you near their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shall we overproduce musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you
Gue nungguin jump scare-nya nongol aja ini mah.
It's universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Oh, yes, right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? No. But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear,
Ini ngebahas apa sih?
be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow, you really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
All right, Jamboree.
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the
animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end... we end on a big
5 menit lagi udah lama banget ini. Gue pengen nyobain yang horor.
It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, you know, I might be able to... Hang on, can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all.
Right.
I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about to... endure.
Did you turn this shitting thing...
Ada musicalnya.
Sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm.
Capek banget. Jeremy udah kayak capek banget.
Way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow. They're always in good moods. But that's 'cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house, ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports, now he's an alcoholic and he's on his 3rd divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Thanks all for what I'm sure is bound to be a classic of children's entertainment. But now, let's see how it's really done.
Before we wrap up the news tonight, I just wanted to spend a moment talking to you directly. A final thought, if you will, just for you.
Mau jadi nyanyi semuanya sih.
See, I know you think it's gotten complicated back at the old homestead, but there's something you should know. You like to think you've got the family ruled, the feelings have cooled, and you're just ridiculed. You think you're even-handed, but there's nobody fooled. You clearly love your daughter more. You like to think you've got it under control. Well, if that was your goal, you better re-roll. Did you have a few too many at the watering hole? You clearly love
Oh, ini ada multiple ending, gue baru tahu.
That's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow when Jeremy will be wrestling an alpaca and I'll be naked. I'm Megan Wolf. Have a treacle night. Oh. Just give me that beer. I'm fucking famished.
Take this opportunity to reassure you all that we will be staying on air, maximizing revenue, and we will be using this as an opportunity.
Do you think I'll be happy with that?
Among you, like stuttering Gary, nervous Eric, and queefing Janet. I'd like to address the rumors that the network has no emergency fund. This is Hogwarts. Of course we have.
Wake up!
Huh? Whoa.
Alex, wake up! Wake up!
What just happened? Bentar. Buat last gue pengen coba yang horor. Karena yang horor tuh cuma satu segmen dong dan itu selesai.
I'm Megan Wolf. And I'm Jeremy Dalton. Our main headlines
Kita
tonight.
play Live and Spooky.
Starting!
Every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
Jadi di story yang ini nih, ini cuma satu segmen dong. Ya cuma sekitar 20 menit. Story yang ini tuh kita tuh kayak bikin kita tuh kayak bikin apa sih, kayak acara horor. Kayak dunia lain, tau gak? Dunia lain. Nah, kayak gitu. Kan dunia lain kan settingan kan ya. Ya ini juga settingan. What can go wrong? Nothing can go wrong. Oh, ada telepon.
Winston, welcome to your voluntary, see also compulsory night shift.
Tenang, ini semua settingan. Gak bakal ada hantu beneran. Ya kan?
Popular fictional reality TV shows. I hear they're all the rage. Obviously no one important has to do the graveyard shift, so I'll be clocking out now. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Diane. Toodaloo.
Hi Alex, welcome to the Live and Spooky team. Tonight we're
gelap
broadcasting
ya?
live from an old film studio which is haunted by the vengeful spirit of a woman found dead in the basement.
Oh, kita tuh di tempat di mana ada orang meninggal di basementnya.
We don't do adverts here, but we do have some old film reels to play in. The projector is hooked into your advert buttons and will automatically select the correct reel for us. If you look down under the desk, you'll see what I mean. There she is. The Adomatic Synergector Mark III.
Oh, ini tadinya tempat advertising kita nih, terus diganti ginian.
It self-loads the films for you and then converts them so they're ready to be broadcast. Unfortunately, all 3 reels are badly fire damaged, but no other copies exist, so we'll just have to make do with bits missing. Just remember to hit the add button at the end of each segment to play the films. Oh, and that device on the right, that's the Spirit Jammer. It prevents any wayward or malicious spirits from interfering with the show. Honestly, Gareth knocked it up in his garage and I don't think it does anything. But he assures me it's set correctly, so just don't touch it, I guess.
Oke. Seperti biasa, ini cuma acara settingan. Nothing can go wrong.
Remember to get the power switched on. We'll be
Oh
starting
iya,
soon.
nyalain power.
Live at 5.
As we pass the airwaves over to the paranormal. Are you receiving me, Wayne?
Can you hear that?
Oh, lihat nih.
That is the sound of fate. Have you ever heard fate creep up behind you with a dagger in its back and a hallelujah on its lips? I have. Good evening, my friends, both in this realm and the next. Tonight we've come to a wretched place to uncover a dangerous case. Welcome to the Bannon Soundstage. Once a thriving studio at the forefront of innovation until tragedy. A horrifying accident. A devastating
Keren loh, ini kayak apa? Reality show hantu-hantu beneran.
Join me, Wayne, the spirit whistle, spiritual medium, psychic communicator, lover, as I attempt to uncover the dark truth into Graham Bannon's infamous case show. Tonight on Live and Spooky.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that? Oh my god! Sorry, I didn't react to things. Looks like the clock shorted out? Ah, well, it's not like we need it, right? But while I've got you, we might need your help to make things a bit spookier. Obviously, Wayne is very talented, but we've yet to actually capture anything paranormal, supernatural, or spooky whatsoever. So, for the sake of the audience, every now and then we help things along by using these ghost effect buttons.
Tuh. Jadi kita tuh ngasih efek-efek hantunya di sini. Gak ada hantu. Sementara. Oke Mario. Siap.
Tonight's episode features a very special guest, journalist, broadcaster and all-round truth seeker, Patrick Bannon.
Good evening, Wayne.
You excited to join us tonight?
I'm excited, Wayne. Can't say I'm excited about all this dust, though. It plays havoc with my allergies.
Now, Patrick. Oh, what's that, love? Oh, my, Patrick. I'm hearing from the spirit world. I'm hearing something that might shake your world to its very foundation. Is it true that you are, in fact, the one and only son of Graham Bannon?
Well, yeah. I mean, everyone knows that. Yeah.
The EMF reading is off the charts!
And, of course, we're joined, as usual, by our paranormal investigator and supernatural scientist, Dr. Ahmed.
Excuse me, Dr. Ahmed. What is an EMF?
Oh, forgive me, Mr. Bannon, I'm so sorry. Sometimes I forget that not everyone is as well versed in the terminology as myself and Mr. Spirit Whistle here. So, EMF stands for electric magnetic field. Essentially, it is a measurable energy signature given off by all forms of spectral phenomena.
And that thing being off the charts, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing for us?
Well, I mean, higher tends to mean that there is either a stronger presence or even multiple presences. And of course, seeing that we're in the business of hunting ghosts, I'd say yes, it's definitely a good thing, Patrick.
Words to trust there, Mr. Bannon. Our doctor here is the foremost expert in metaphysical science. What do you have for us this evening, Pet?
Well, I've actually stumbled onto something of a breakthrough here, Wayne. I've managed to actually expand the light spectrum visible to the human eye by refracting it through a specially vibrated glass prism. This cutting-edge technology actually allows us to see into the spirit world.
Ah, yes. Let's get the ghost cam switched on.
Ghost cam?
Optoelectronics.
Oh, ini.
What was that?
Oh, ini ghost cam.
Branching, oscillating, octahedral optoelectronics.
Yes, exactly. That's what I said. But of course, I do need a shorter name for that now, don't I? Please stop doing that.
Yes, Mr. Bannon, please do stop scaring poor Dr. Ahmed. Please continue, Doctor.
Thank you, Mr. Spirit Whistle. So, tonight, we will be utilising my standard surveillance kit, which of course includes night vision capabilities, should we come into any problematic darkness, let's say. Oh, and additionally, I have taken the liberty of installing my branching up new devices all over the building. Tonight, we might actually be able to broadcast the image of a ghost for the very first time.
Exciting stuff,
I know.
Now, Patrick, your father built this place at the height of his illustrious career.
That's right.
The year was 1956. Hot off his success in music hall venues and comedy clubs around the country, Graham Bannon suddenly produces a TV script. A script
Ini backstory,
that
ada
blows the
backstory.
mind of studio execs and leaves them scrapping over who will get to make it.
It was called Dying is Another Man's Job and starred Graham as the daring do-gooder Percival Perrault. It was set to be a tour de force for your father, launching him to superstardom.
But it was to be the start of something much more sinister. 3 disasters struck, each more calamitous than the last. And shortly after the tragic events that haunted this very building, Graham Bannon suddenly disappeared from the limelight, never to be seen in public again.
It broke him. This place, the curse. My father had it all. Charm, talent, the weaselish good looks of a meerkat or some sort of stuffed animal. But fate came in and cruelly stole it all away.
Built in '57, the Bannon soundstage was to be the home of a brand new televisual sensation of a scale never seen on our screens before.
But that damned woman.
The spirit. Doomed to roam the wings and the halls forevermore. An unfortunate accident, a raging inferno, and tragic loss of life. Left these walls cursed forever.
Of course, production was shut down following Marie Murphy's mysterious passing. And since then, there have been misguided attempts to make use of this very building. None survived.
What?
Succeeded. None succeeded. Sorry, succeeded.
We'll investigate those tales as we delve deep into the ruins of this once flourishing enterprise. Wait! Who's there? A spirit? A spirit beckons.
We can test out the branching octahedral oscillating optoelectronics.
Boom!
I want that first ghost effect any second now. The script calls for them to go to the costume room first. So when the button lights up, hit the coat hanger button at the bottom there.
Everyone, shh!
No.
Any moment now. Hey, speak to me, love. Oh my goodness!
That's it. Now wait, run with the script and they'll move on to the next location.
Please, spirits! Where does our journey lead us? Show me. Did you see that? She threw something at me.
Must be some sort of a poltergeist.
No, it's a tie. The spirit must be showing us where to go.
Kipasnya ketara banget, suara kenceng banget.
It's a cry for help. Come on, Wayne mustn't anger the spirits.
Costume room was the place where poor Brent Backflip's failed harness costume was created. It was the home to the late costume designer Marie Murphy, one of the suspects in this insidious mystery. And, most terrifying of all, it contains dangerous amounts of noxious fabric.
Patrick, our first stop, the wardrobe department. Why is it you think the spirits brought us here first?
Well, makes a lot of sense, Wayne. Many people would say that this is where the accident was caused.
With that injured stuntman, Brent Backflip.
That's exactly right.
Brent Backflip.
Well, wouldn't like to point fingers, Wayne. But if I were going to, and I am going to, I'd point all 8 of mine and me thumbs squarely at Marie Murphy.
The costume designer.
The very same. In this room, Wayne, at that desk, probably, she sat there making the costumes for the show. The costume with a harness that failed and plunged an innocent man to his death.
Brent Backflip didn't die though, did he?
Well, he didn't die, no. But the saying plunge to his death sounds better than saying plunge to multiple comminuted fractures.
And what do you think happened to the harness, Patrick?
Well, I wouldn't like to speculate, Wayne. But if I were going to, and I am going to, I'd say poor workmanship, laziness, foolhardiness. Basically, she dropped the ball. And the ball was a man.
Such a small thing can have dire consequences. A seemingly insignificant thing like the costume girl can mean life or death.
Absolutely. Look, we all make mistakes, but sometimes mistakes cost lives, or in this case, legs.
We have Danny, Patrick. They're dead. Urge us forward. Give us a sign. Are we getting this? Tell me we're getting this. My God!
It looks like what a jellyfish would see, on acid.
They're showing us something.
Some sort of light?
Yes, lights. The only place in this building with lots of lights.
Exactly.
Quickly! The departed and patience!
Efeknya jelek banget.
Is the location of Brent Backflip's failed stunt where he plunged to the ground below. It is situated above the long-sealed vault and the dark secrets it contains. This is where the cameras would roll, both figuratively and literally, at least until the installation of breaks.
Patrick, the spirits are agent.
Apparently so, yes.
So tell us what happened here.
Well, wait, in this room is where the mishap happened.
The negligent maiming of a stunt double.
No, a tragic accident for which liability was never legally established.
An important distinction. Graham's stunt double, Brent. I'm talking to you now. If you're out there, show us a sign. I'm getting an impression of many people. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. My dad had a lot of doubles. He had his stunt doubles, hand doubles, body doubles.
Does
Hand doubles.
Roberts mean anything to you?
Robert was his scale double, that's right. For whether he was short and core, really far away in the distance.
And now, I'm seeing two. Yes, two men that came as a pair, yes. Do you take that?
Oh, yeah, that'd be Paul and Barry.
Yeah, exactly. And who were they, Patrick?
They were his arse doubles.
Two arse doubles?
Yeah, one for each cheek. My dad was an asymmetrical and a stickler for details.
Well, I'm getting the impression from this room, from this energy, that they are not happy, Patrick. Do you understand that?
Yeah. They were not happy. Yeah, they're not happy. They were constantly fighting for my dad's attention and for their big break. And let's just say, Brent Backflip certainly got their backs up.
Yes. Yeah, I know. But, tell us specifically.
Let's just say Brent couldn't keep his muffins in his tin.
Oh, he fucked around?
Yeah, he fucked around, yeah. And let's just say that the playing bandits weren't exactly filled with summer watercress.
They were pissed off?
That's right, they were fucking pissed off, yes.
So, what you're saying, Patrick, is there were an awful lot of men who all looked eerily similar, who all had it in for Brent Backflip.
Well, if I was being particularly dramatic then, yeah.
No, enough. We've said too much. We must go if we're to find the truth. I feel a tickling from across the barrier. Do you feel it?
I thought I was you.
They wish to take us to our final stop, where surely we will find that which we seek. Yes, something's coming through.
Wait, is something supposed to...
Hush! Patrick, can you smell that? A very distinct earthy odour.
Oh, really? Oh,
Whoa.
Ah, yeah, the perfume of labour.
The perfume of labour.
Yeah,
Some bullshit.
Something. Are we looking for a farm or a zoo or something?
No, a world of marvels to be sure, Patrick, but not animals, no. Something, a place of work where people would gather to work together. The workshop. Of course. This way, Patrick, our next clue must be there.
All right.
The workshop performed the final checks on all props, sets, and costumes before they were used for filming. There have been no direct ties between this place and Brent Backflip's accident. Yet. What terrible secrets might this dusty domain contain?
We were always going to end up here at the workshop. Our arrival is inexorable, inevitable,
inconsequential.
Yeah, no, Mr. Bannon, quite the opposite. The moment we got here, I sensed that there was something important to uncover. The very walls themselves are crying out for us to listen. And I wonder, what do you know of this place's construction?
Well, I feel like it's pretty much public knowledge at this point, but my father, the illustrious Graham Bannon, set out to design the ultimate television production palace. And my father's career was at its heights. The only way he could go was up, and everyone knew it.
Indeed, indeed. So it's fair to say the fabric of this building is a testament to your father's legacy. Which is why we have to ask, how could such a sad and terrible accident happen on his watch?
Come on, I mean, it wasn't his fault, was it? He wasn't a bloody stuntman that fell. He wasn't a costume person who messed up the harness. And he certainly didn't make those stupid prop dumbbells. No. My father was too busy running things, yes. Directing, producing, writing, you know, the important stuff.
I wonder, Mr. Bannon, if there isn't something to be said for each of those stories. Take the stuntman, for example. He was a professional, was he not?
Well, he was supposed to be, but my father said he was in fact a drunk and an incompetent.
Well, I wonder, Mr. Bannon, which version is true? Both? Or maybe neither? The woman in charge of wardrobe and set design came under a large amount of scrutiny. Brent's harness broke, after all, and she made his costume. Some say she wanted to sabotage Graham's new show.
That seems pretty bloody likely, to be honest, if you ask me. My dad said she was at fault for everything that went wrong with the show. She was incapable of doing anything he asked.
Well, of course, given who he was, Graham Bannon would have known better than most. But I wonder, could something else have contributed? The final factor was the iconic prop from the film, Percival Perril's dumbbells, incorrectly made so heavy that they put too much strain on both the man and the system keeping him aloft. Which would point the finger at Mr. Sloan, prop master for the production.
You know, it seems to me that my father had to battle through an army of incompetence. I mean, it's a wonder anything ever got made at all.
Perhaps, Mr. Bannon, perhaps. Mr. Sloan certainly could have been the cause, but maybe, just maybe, it was something fouler still.
So which one was it then?
Well, I'm afraid we are, unfortunately, a victim of my own natural talent. I'm incredibly sensitive to communications from the other side, as we all know, and here in this workshop, all three of these stories come together, meaning the spirits are trying to tell me multiple things at once. It's as if their messages to me are too loud, like they're shouting over one another. I can't quite pick out any individual voice. You may be unable to solve this part of your father's tale of woe tonight.
Right, Tyler. So what you're saying is that you're so psychic you can't be psychic.
Yes, exactly. But don't worry, Mr. Bannon. There are plenty of other places we can go where I'm sure the spirits will be clearer in their messages. We have a great deal to explore of the haunted Bannon soundstage to uncover the real story of what led to the creation now known as his cursed show. Before then, we've uncovered some previously lost footage, a documentary capturing the filming of Dying is Another Man's Job.
Yes, it was originally damaged in the fire, so never made it to air.
Indeed, Mr. Bannon. Indeed, but believe me, it is most enlightening.
Stand by to play the footage. Nicely done.
Harold Repartee, and this is the nation's Nightfall Report. Tonight we bring you a special program where we take a closer look behind the scenes of a forthcoming television sensation. Masterminded by Graham Bannon, seen here.
It's a shame all the film reels were damaged in the fire. Think what we could learn if we
To
could
revolutionize entertainment. Bannon has just completed construction on this state-of-the-art studio and production facility. With the price
Stage-nya
tag
kayak
into the
rusak gitu.
millions, it's a move that has raised eyebrows across the business world. Rehearsals are now well underway here, and it seems Bannon is quite the taskmaster.
Well, Fran, I think it
There have
never...
been suggestions
Oh.
that things are not as they
Not to touch that? Seriously, just leave it alone. Oh, well, yeah, that's exactly it. Just don't do it again.
Hydration means. Thank you, Doctor. I just wish he'd spend a little less time tinkling on his ridiculous new shoes and more on filming the show like we're paying him to do.
I actually like Gavin's new trainers.
Okay, let's just start. Mr. Bannon, over here if you would. Welcome back to live and spooky Bannon's Fall. Before the break, we explored a number of rooms in this old building, the long-abandoned Bannon soundstage. And while the spirit world is ever present, it can only be felt in certain places and at certain times.
So what exactly caused the accident then, Wayne?
Well, Mr. Bannon, while we did follow some spectral signs during our preliminary investigations, we were unfortunately unable to discover the true cause of the accident so long ago that marked the beginning of Graham Bannon's woes. Normally, the spirit world uses a couple of signs to point us in the right direction before finally revealing their message for us.
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't find out what caused the accident. They normally find something in the final room.
Communication and conveyance.
Indeed, and it's there that this trick lets us down, but it has been known to happen on rare occasions. I am confident, however, that we'll be able to uncover the truth of the fire, the next unlucky event in the production's history.
Yes, it was never actually proven at the time, but blame was unofficially placed on Marie Murphy, the costume girl, who sadly was found dead shortly after on these premises.
Masih perkenalan ini apa? Perkenalan tempat-tempatnya. Jadi ada 4 tempat nih. Ada 4 area. Masih dijelasin kayak, oh ini di sini ada yang mati nih, di sini ada yang mati gitu. Aduh.
Thanks to Dr. Ahmed's incredible
Nggak ada hantunya.
ingenuity, we now have the ability to cover the rest of the building, not one room at a time, but simultaneously.
Oh yeah, Alex, if you don't calibrate the spirit jump correctly by the time that bar fills up, Gareth says the polarity will become misaligned, and it'll take a while for it to restabilize and get back up and running again.
There's a built-in light service over here should you find the
Tunggu, ini
need
kenapa
for
mesinnya
it.
nih? Mesinnya rusak.
Should you run into any darker environments?
Excellent, Doctor. Thank you.
Tunggu, ini mesin gua yang kanan rusak nih. Kenapa
Hearing
ini?
something, yes, the great beyond is asking for you, my pet. Come over here. Yes, yes. You're the one we need. I'm quite certain of it. What a pleasure it is
Mesin
to
gue yang
be
ini mati,
joined
nggak tahu
by
kenapa
this
nih.
lovely
Gimana gue nyalain ya?
creature. At the moment I saw her, I just knew she'd be wanted here. By the spirit, of course. What's your name, darling?
My name's Holly.
Lovely. And what is it you do normally, Holly?
I'm Patrick's Mr. Bannon's assistant. I'm his long-suffering, ever so understanding assistant. Though to be honest, it's probably because nobody else wanted the job.
Well, I have a feeling that you might even be integral.
Enggak, ini kayak apa? Bukan kuis. Ini masih kayak perkenalan gitu kayak. Jadi ada tempat-tempat kan. Ya, ada workshop, ada stage, ada tempat baju. Nah, mereka tuh kayak ngejelasin di sini ada yang mati nih satu, terus sini ada yang mati satu gitu. Mereka nyoba nyerem-nyeremin padahal nggak ada yang serem di situ. Aduh, signal.
Right, and this is all safe, is it? I mean, I'm not massively keen on the idea of me and my staff having to wander around the building on our own in the dark with this poxy
Terus
thing.
mereka disuruh apa nge-explore daerah ini sendiri dengan masing-masing bawa kamera satu.
Calm down. I'm sure everything will be fine. It's nothing ventured, nothing gained. Am I right?
Absolutely, Mr. Bannon. Don't worry, you're in safe hands with us.
Well, alright, good.
Excellent. Come now, friends. We have a haunted building to explore and some mysteries to uncover.
Nah, nyala lagi.
Okay. So you see those readouts on their screens? That shows how safe they are from spiritual interference. They're nice and calm and green, so no problems there.
It's the stage area.
You're back.
Come downstairs to the depths of the Bannon soundstage. I think
My own.
Kita ikutin yang ini aja nih. Bapak yang ini nih,
What is
yang
that?
kumisan.
It's a light switch. So. Okay, I seem to be in a sort of.
Whoa.
If you can see this, in a sort of lighting thing now. Okay. Can't much longer, can it? I've got. There's Can you see this? Oh god.
Mati lampu kenapa nih?
Hello?
Gerak sendiri.
I've seen enough horror things to know. You don't go towards the light, do you? You definitely you don't go towards the light. That's probably not what they wanted to do anyway. So. Okay. Okay, I'm going up some stairs now. If I fall down the stairs, although good television, do send somebody out to find me.
Don't think I'm very good at this. Okay. We're down.
Sacrifice one, or I'll take the last.
Loh, suara siapa itu?
There is no such thing as ghost.
No.
Something.
Can't believe I'm saying this, Alex, but I think there might be something in there with you. My readouts are going crazy. Did the spirit jammer set correctly? Remember, to protect everyone, all the controls need to be set to the indicated position.
Ya, ini miss 1 tadi nih.
Looks like the lights are flickering. Doesn't seem like a good thing. Well, yes, exactly. Nope. All clear in here.
Ada musik.
Very funny, guys.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that. I have to.
Lihat gak tadi di sini nih?
Sure it's nothing,
Di
but while I've got
kanan
it,
itu.
Keep the controls matched to the white bars. Gareth said, if the lights
Ada
are
kayak cewek
green,
tadi di
ghosts
kanan
can't
ini.
be mean. But if lights are red, you'll end up dead. I guess that's not reassuring, is it? Sorry. Fuck. Okay, I have to.
Can't believe it. Oh, these EMF readings are off the charts to get. It's close. Some kind of spiritual energy can go. I think that door opened by itself. But it seems like there's a lot of spiritual energy here, so I think I'm gonna go.
Fotonya kayak gerak tadi.
Looks to be kind of costume room.
Famous film shot here at the
Kita coba ke kamera 4.
stage. Christ, what the fuck is that? What the hell have we got here? That's not an ordinary prop. You don't just leave those sort of things lying around. Is that the door behind me? Has that just come open?
Pintunya kebuka sendiri tadi.
That door wasn't open before. Let me have a quick look. Down the corner. Let's just see. Ah, yes. The writer's room. I can feel a number of otherworldly presences here. And a lot of emotion, hopes and dreams. Rage. Hatred. It's everywhere. Oh, jeez. Unexpected. But something the spirits want me to see. Let's go find out what they want to tell us. Yes, as I suspected, the sign revolves around Graham Bannon and his cursed show. This here looks like a manuscript. One of the earliest production copies covering just the basic plot there. And here on the front is something obscured, written by... And the name is... Fuck!
Apa tuh?
Alright, particularly strong reaction there, but no matter. Let's see what else they've got for us. Oh, what's that, spirit? Something else they want to show me. Or not, it would seem. Tell me, phantoms of film, spectres of the sound stage, what is it? Oh, fucking hell! Who did that? That actually hit me. That could have done me some serious damage. Gavin? Was that you little prick? Come on, you've had your laugh now, let me out. Do it now or you're fucking fired! Go! Jesus Christ! What the fuck is going on here? This is not funny, you little twat! Fucking hell!
Okay, can I probably just the crew, just messing around. Playing dead. Well, I'll go find out what they're doing, because then...
Iya, susahnya di videonya bukan di gamenya. Harus benar-benar niat production videonya ini.
Right, I don't... Not a nice sound. Oh God. Okay, right. Okay. Okay.
I just heard that. Did anyone hear that? I think I hear. It sounds like Patrick. Mr. Bannon? Mr. Bannon, can you hear me?
You can't save them all.
What? Oh, kenapa?
I'll have a look. Mr. Bannon? Are you in here, Mr. Bannon? You sounded in distress. I could have sworn I saw him in here. There's definitely residual readings in here somehow, but maybe they took him into...
Oh, ini ada cewek di foto ini. Tadi nggak ada deh.
Don't worry, Mr. Bannon. We're coming for you. I don't understand. There should be some kind of... You're a liar.
Keep your voice down when you're causing a scene.
No, this is not what we agreed, Gray.
This arrangement is better for us both.
Is it? Because I fail to see how I'm better off.
I'm doing you a fucking favour. You should be paying me for an opportunity like this. That's money, isn't it? You want more money?
I don't care about money. I want what I deserve, Graham.
Exactly.
What I deserve, Graham. I'll tell them.
And who'll believe you? Seriously, who will believe you, Marie? You're a woman.
I am. But at least I'm not a fraud.
You won't last long, my dear Marie. You won't last long, my dear Marie. You drink.
Drum perhantuan. Wow.
Oh fuck, oh shit, the fucking bollocks in fucking wank me all over the fucking shit! What the fuck was that? Oh, where am I? God, no one's been in this room in years. Not even the crew, I think. God, what the fuck am I? Patrick. Oh my god. Okay, Patrick. Oh my god. There is dust on your hand. Don't hyperventilate. Just think about what Dr. Finkelschmidt said. Patrick, if there is dust in your hand, do not panic. As long as the dust doesn't go near your ears, eyes, mouth, nose, or any other orifice, you'll be fine. Okay, Dr. Finkelschmidt. I will not touch my eyes. Okay, it's gone. It's gone. Oh my god, what happened to this place? Someone's nearly had an accident here. Bits of film. All the original scripts. All completely burnt. They never did work out how it started.
Anaknya hilang di foto.
Hold on.
Wow.
Recognize that smell?
Wow, what the hell?
Yeah. Still as
Ini,
pungent
ini
as
ada
ever.
anak di sini.
That did say his potency was on the questionable side of legal. Still,
Okay.
reminds me of home. So it was deliberate. Oh, no, nothing could survive that fire, definitely. It's really interesting. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a projector. Who lays an old projector?
Iya, kayak nobar film horor ini.
Project in the projector room, right? I'm in the projector room, fine. Oh, for God's sake. Great. So I'm gonna die here in the projector room while everyone else is dying God knows where. Why did I agree to this stupid fucking... Wait, does that say...
Family picnics, trip to the zoo, visiting Great Art just one more time.
Kemana tadi orang?
There's no rest for the wicked. But what do they all have in common? That's right, it's Bannon brand petroleum. Jet setting across the globe, the cosmetics aisle, the salmon industry,
You know it. It's Bannon brand petroleum. It burns smooth and it burns hard. Other brands have gotten away with poor quality products. Until now. It's so good I put my Bannon name on it. How could you go anywhere else? You couldn't. Not without Bannon brand.
Ini frame fotonya kayak gerak lagi tadi.
It's all natural. It's all performance. It's all yours. And that's a Bannon promise you can trust. In fact, you can drive it all the way to the bank.
Okay, oh god. Okay. I should do it. I should stop anything coming through. Unless there's a ghost, then it'll probably just float through. There's not much I can do about that. Okay. This could well be the last message from Patrick Bannon, television broadcaster. I stupidly agreed to do a show where I pretend ghosts exist for money. Turns out they do. And one has been chasing me around all evening, an evil ghost woman. Wrote my name on the wall and everything. My final wish is that that bastard charlatan, Wayne, is shown to be the prick he is.
Whoa.
Taking a closer look at the television project sensation. Things are really not as they seem.
Again, I
Gua
don't
nggak
know if
suka
my
nih.
mic is working or if anyone is actually receiving this, but I seem to have gotten beneath the stage.
Gua nggak suka nih.
Can't seem to find a way out. There's a door, but it was blocked from the other side. Looks like Bannon was keeping a load of records down here. Bills, letters from solicitors. Jesus.
Wah,
I wonder we sealed this place.
ada yang lempar tadi. Gue lihat tuh di kamera 3.
Hang on, isn't this where?
What in God's name are these?
Double pink provisions, man.
Of what exactly?
Look, I haven't got time.
Espionage.
Gak sesuai dugaan.
Gratuitous
Nih,
nudity.
harusnya ini cuman acara di mana hantu tuh bohong-bohongan.
And it's tasteless. And it's god awful.
Yeah, you don't mean what you're talking about, though, do you?
You've destroyed this show with your arrogance. My show.
Your show? Yeah, it's really funny, that, because it looks like here it says Graham Bannon.
They all do. And you're welcome to it.
Just calm down, will you? I don't want you causing any more narcissical accidents. God forbid you burn another part of the building down.
I hope.
Iya beneran datengin anjir.
After you.
Why, Holly? Why?
You had a big hand in the creation of this, didn't you, Marie? And you just want your credit. I understand that. I get it, but Marie, the fire and the accident. How could you?
Oh, hilang. Halo?
Percy, I can't believe you came.
I only came to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
That's what I said, ain't it?
What about your manuscript?
I couldn't have done it without you.
Do you really mean that?
You call me a liar, kid?
I can't tell you how happy that makes me.
Well, I guess this is it.
Must I go?
This is the way it has to be. But remember, I'll never forget you, Mary.
Do you promise?
Cross my heart and hope to die. And dying is another man's job.
Ya, kasetnya rusak. Cewek yang tadi mana ya? Wah, anjing. Dia cuma dapat 1 reels. Dan ending kah? Ternyata akhir ending. Dan ini apa? Akhir yang pas untuk mengakhiri stream ini. Thank you guys udah mampir. Thank you Mario, thank you Hunter, thank you Ica. Thank you udah mampir dan menemani malam gue main game ini, game absurd ini. Besok mungkin gue bakal coba main apa namanya? Main Mobile Legend. Kayaknya ya gue coba. Gue udah bisa sih nge-broadcast HP gue ke sini. Dan mungkin kita bisa mabar sama viewer. Mungkin sama Mario bisa mabar. Kita lihat besok. Kayaknya sore gue live-nya sih. Dan cukup itu aja kayaknya. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you on the next stream. Later. Ini lagunya gue biarin nyetel aja deh. Okay, thank you guys.